Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. This is going to be good stuff in 2026. We're going to get a new Fed chair. Kevin Hassett. I don't know why I put an N in there. Hassett. He didn't say, yes, this is going to be the guy, but it does sound like it's going to be him. And he was a former advisor to, I think, Coinbase, a guy that's been very in tune with crypto, right? And he said some things already that makes a whole lot of sense, which is telling all the Fed governors and presidents to stop it with their press conferences. Not everyone needs to share their opinion, okay? Because those opinions sway markets. So that's good. That's good too. All right. Moving on to ETF flows. Yesterday we had actually a good reversal. BlackRock finally bought 58.5 million for Bitcoin. Ethereum had a negative 10 from BlackRock mostly. And then Solana had a pretty good inflow day, 45 million yesterday. So that's good. That's good. So there are still people that are buying. And I got to show you something that actually that shows someone huge from the Satoshi era buying billions. But I'll get to that. Obviously, there's a lot of short liquidations going on. A lot of people piled on their shorts. And I have, where's the chart? No, that's not the one. Not the one. This one. If we continue to go back up, when we hit $100,000, there will be 10 billion liquidated on the short side. We need more to be liquidated on the short side. It's only been on the long side pretty much right now, right? But there are a lot of shorts, way more than longs now, right? And these short liquidations will give us short squeezes to drive us higher. So let's see how soon we could get back to $100,000. Now, where are all these massive buys? Where are they coming from? Well, there's some, we've heard recently of some like Satoshi era whales selling, but here's one that just bought 33,000 Bitcoin after 15 years of dormancy. Now, Bitcoin billionaires, they became billionaires with Bitcoin, right? So to have a Bitcoin era whale that now just spent $3 billion to buy Bitcoin, there's only two scenarios that I could think of that makes sense for this. Number one is this person sold off other things that they bought, right? And that's how they have the 3 extra billion. Or two, this is belonging to some institution, some company, some exchange back then, right? It's not an individual because these guys have all their money in Bitcoin. So for them to get billions more is rare, right? So it makes me wonder how this relates to everything that we're seeing right now, because all of a sudden, we got JP Morgan coming in. All of a sudden, we have Vanguard coming in. And all of a sudden, we got Bank of America coming in. Do these guys have $3 billion sitting around? Yeah, it's like chump change almost. It's not chump change. It's still billions. But you get my picture because they're worth a lot, right? So it makes me wonder if one of these guys bought Bitcoin before just for fun, and now they're loading up again, right? But it makes sense. The timing of it is not a coincidence. Why All of a sudden, we have this 30% drop, and then JP Morgan comes out and says, we're going to offer this new Bitcoin note. And why Vanguard all of a sudden is like, yeah, we're going to allow our clients to trade ETFs. And why Bank of America is like, yeah, we're going to allow our wealthy clients to start buying crypto. You know, you got to think. Did they plan for this? It's not a coincidence. It definitely is not. I think they want to come in and show that they're so smart. They're going to offer crypto to their clients and wealthy, you know, banking clients, and say, you know, this is the time to get in. And they're going to all look like geniuses, right? They're going to look like they're saviors of crypto. They're not, but I think they all planned this. Anyways, outside of these things, we know that the fundamentals are great. I've been saying that. Exchange reserves have dropped to the lowest level forever. And that's for ETH too, not just for Bitcoin, for ETH as well. Right? We got a lot of great metrics. Bollinger Bands right now showing that we saw this before. And the last time we saw this was when Bitcoin was about to make a parabolic move. Okay? Basically, every time Bitcoin falls down dramatically or has a big correction or goes through crypto winter, we have a recovery, right? And there are metrics that show that. My camera is covering up one, but you can see after the last few crypto winters, we had this Bollinger Band or Bollinger Bandwidth hit a low point, and then we recovered. We hit that low point last time, November 2023, and now we're hitting it again. And every time we hit this point, we go up tremendously afterwards. Basically, the easiest way to interpret this is, you know, we've corrected far enough. Actually, we overcorrected. We're oversold. And that's why the bull market is coming back. And these big boys that I'm not too fond of that are coming in, like Vanguard and JP Morgan and stuff. But even though we don't want institutions like that, we don't really want BlackRock in the space, they're here. The good thing is they'll help us carry Bitcoin and crypto forward short term. We get to ride that gravy train.